Hey going guys, so this is a highlighted video of round 3 of the Queensland Formula V Championship that was held at Morgan Park Raceway in Queensland, Australia on the 28th and 29th of June 2014. All the footage you see here is onboard video of myself in the number 97 blue Jacer F2K7 Formula V. And yeah, here we go, start off in qualifying. You can see here me driving out to the grid. Getting ready just to leave out for qualifying. It was Saturday morning. This was brand new setup for us. This car. My motor blew up the last round, and I've got a brand new motor and brought out new setup changes. This is running setup. Not sure how it's going to go. I didn't participate in Friday practice, so I don't know how the car handles or how it's all going to work. So yeah, this is all new for me at this point. But yeah, here we go. Just fast forward video as you can see. Just my dad giving me a nice pep talk before the race. Oh, before qualifying, sorry. Just me making sure the GoPro's still recording. Here we go, back to real time again. Here we leave to go for qualifying. Here we are in pit lane, about to leave. This weekend we're also running on the short circuit. It was only 2.7 kilometers long, if I remember correctly, and I did not know what racing line to go at all. I knew most of the track, which is good, but turn 3, or some call it turn 3.5. When you go just under the bridge, you'll see in the video here, you make a swift right-hander and it's a blind corner, so you can't actually see the corner from inside the car. You're going to see the end of the pit wall, and then you have to turn. As I said, I never walked the track at all in the morning, so I do not know which way the track went, what line to use, where to brake, where to accelerate. So qualifying was just basically a practice session for myself. Yes. Yeah, we're just leaving out to leave the pit lane. This is the first corner here. Come down the back straight. This is the second corner. This one will be accelerated flat. Get to under the bridge there, and then blind corner at this point, so you hit the brakes, turn in. So this is my first lap, so I didn't know which way. There's a very big bump on that act. These during qualifying. Here's one of my spins. Yeah, the crosswind caught me, and it was unexpected. As I said, new setup, didn't know the way the car was going to handle. The crosswind caught me just wrong time, and I couldn't react to the car. The car was just unbalanced during all of qualifying, nothing I could do. This was leaving it. See another driver spinning there. This is coming into the last S's. Yeah. And here this is coming into the last corner, which is like a mighty S. And the driver in front here, in the 1200, I was coming up to overlap him. He made a mistake, just tapped onto the grass and major spin, about 120 k's an hour or so. Yeah, at this point here I was had a guy on my inside. There's a bit of highlights here, you can see. Underestimated the car in front, ended up pulling off the track. This was another one with major spins, which wasn't very well. I ended up finishing the 15-minute session and ended up qualifying in 5th place, which I was quite surprised. I didn't expect to be qualifying 5th. Obviously I had pace, but the car was just so unbalanced. First race came, and you see here, start 5th for the weekend, so we fine-tuned a bit of the car, just to try to balance, just to make the car a bit more drivable. Hopefully to stop the shuddering of the wheel at high speeds. front bogged down. Had a box full of neutrals. Went nowhere, so I got past him swiftly enough. This is 4th place into the first corner. And hit the brakes hard into the second corner, accelerate. We go up the hill. Bridge at 3.5. Can't try and get a bit sideways. See myself just trying out new lines on the circuit. Everybody was trying out new lines. Really nobody knew which way to go. Out here is flat, so with the turn 3.5, you hold flat the whole way through this bend. Out here, hold flat. So when you arrive at this point here, you're holding flat, back off a bit. You do, and you're doing about 160. You can see there the wind caught me a bit. And yeah, the car was still at this point, I realised, not as balanced as I wanted it to be, so it was still pulling towards the left-hand side. And with the wind going against me there, it did not really help. Here comes the S's here. That was back end got a bit slight through there. Slide, sorry. Yeah, just defending. Make sure nobody goes through. And then here, number 77 came right up the inside, out of nowhere. I did not even see him there into the corner. Pushed me out. It's just a big surprise to me. And then another driver got through because I had to back off. So I was not the best way to overtake there. There's trying new lines. There's again going through there. Brady in front here. Fast. Side by side, about 160 k's an hour. I was out wide and I just off the racing line in the wind, and I was on the rubble, and that just back end kicked out, lost out to him. This point I was not happy at all with the way the car was handling, and I just had to fight on and see the best I could do. It was not a happy car at all. It had the pace, which was good, but I couldn't brake as late, I couldn't handle, I couldn't turn in early. It was a very difficult car to drive. Going up the inside there, backed off because I did not have a line through there at all. There's another. Just trying to follow him, and I just missed him. As again, it was a very windy weekend, very cold, very windy weekend. He was chasing our driver, and just the back locked up. And I just lost it at that point. Nothing there. So I was not very happy. So fast forward a bit, just chasing the rest of the race. Catching up to the Bruiser here. So come back down the back straight again to about 160, 170 if you get a good toe. Then you hit the brakes hard, back into third, and then halfway through the corner you accelerate. So at this point I was very angry, and I was determined to make up as many places as I can. It's a flat strap, come down the back straight, got a good toe, and just pulled out to the right hand side and just made a very clean, very easy take. And then for the rest of the week, for the rest of the race, I was trying to chase the car in front, which at this point I was in. Pretty sure it was 8th place. Yeah, I did end up catching him, but I only had a lap left, which wasn't very well. So yeah, went through pit lane. This is fast forward, you can tell. So yeah, went through pit lane, just everybody reversed back into their garages, and just myself here. And yeah, it's just a bit of talk out afterwards. Race 2, so there I ended up finishing 8th place. Not very happy. We fine-tuned the car. Hopefully made a bit more balance. This is leaving the grid. Place, just in pit lane. Yeah, fast forward again, just warming up the brakes, getting the tires, getting the temperature in the tires. Just warming up, just brake, and then just getting ready to pull up to the grid. Made a mistake here at this point, as you can tell. I went to put it into first, but when I was coming into the grid, I put it into third instead. A big mistake I made. At this point, I did not know at all. So when you see me leaving for the grid here, I try to take off in third, not first. You see how bad that was. So yeah, took off, or third, obviously in work, chuffed into second, took off. And yeah, at that point I lost 2, 3, 4 places already at that point, and about to lose a 5th place, but what it was is he backed off early, so I went around the outside. And you see during here, I was just chasing after the drivers in front, just determined. So at this point I was in 12th place. Yep, so I was in 12th place at this point. So you see, getting past the guy in the white car there, he was number 1 and number 2 in the championship last year. Just catching a good toe, leaving turn 3.5 on the first lap. So you pump your adrenaline, your blood's pumping through your system. So I said, which was pretty good. Now it's just chasing down the pack. Probably one of the best drives I've had so far this season. Considering I only raced 2 rounds. And they went very, very wide through there. Brakes weren't as warm as they should have been, and I overshot a bit too much. Yeah, a good lap around here is about a 1 minute, 107 was a good lap. So this one here just chasing, so getting past Brucey again. Got past him at the last race after I spun. Just doing the same, just lining him up. Got a good slipstream off him. You're just going up the inside at 160 k's an hour through the flat right, which is not actually a very common overtake spot, funnily enough. This one we just chasing by in the last S's. So yeah, just chasing the drivers. Yeah, made a bit of a mistake there, which benefited me quite a bit. Found it afterwards that he just got loose at the corner. And yeah, the rest of the race I was just chasing, didn't make any more places. Ended up finishing in 8th place, which was back to where I started again. So this was race 3, or the final race of the weekend. This is on Sunday afternoon. So just warming up all over again. So yeah, 8th place I was just, and I knew I had a quick car. The car was fairly balanced, and yeah, just, as I said, it just did not want to screw up the start. I couldn't afford to screw up the start, do it again. This time I was actually in first gear, which was pretty good. Yes, lining up in the grid, giving 5-second board, adjusting my moves, just my moves wasn't, sort of didn't have a right hand side mirror during the race. Sort of didn't stay where I wanted to stay. So yep, so 5 lights in a way, took off. I put into second about a quarter of a second too early, ended up just losing that bit. Luckily nobody got past me on the grid. And yeah, this was the final race, and the guy in front of me is having a very good battle with him for the rest of the race, as you'll see during the video. He's got some nice overtakes. I got past him, he got past me. Guys at the front of the grid, they're very quick. They spend big dollars on their cars. This car above that came from Victoria. Very, very quick car. here we are, just coming into the last corner. It's on the first second lap. I've got a great exit through there. Just trying to catch the slipstream, just catching the slipstream. So this video is basically just chasing after the drivers and just seeing how much I can keep up to them, or catch up at which point. So you see here we're going around the right hand side, nobody overtakes me through here, other than the few road drivers. The big bump there is you can feel on the car. You can feel it's quite a big bump from the car side. At this point here, I should mention that when you pass this point where the tarmac changes, that point that's a very big bump and is so strong that you can actually take it, like chuck your hands off the wheel. Just catching about 165 chasing after him. Just putting a bit of pressure on the kid. It's flat strap again. Good thing is I do have track knowledge. So this bit of the track I know very well. Made that corner perfect, corner pretty good. And just chase him down the back straight. And he had a very, very quick motor down the straight. I did have a bit of trouble trying to slipstream him, as you can see. Just flat strap through here. Yeah, so a good lap around here is about a 1:07, 1:06, if you can. The average lap around here was about a 1:08, 1:09. That's towards probably about where 4th place to about 8th place, where I am now. Also, while doing this, while chasing after him, I also have another driver behind me who was attacking me at the same time, so I was defending and attacking at the same time, which is a lot of fun. I do enjoy chasing after somebody, and then having somebody chasing after me. So you're going through here, third time now, just trying to make as much time as I can, trying to break every single corner. So I had a perfect exit out of here, perfect line, and just on his back with his slipstream, just caught his slip, caught out to the right hand side, went down the inside, seeing who's going to brake first, just testing who's going to brake first. We braked on 10 identical times, and I backed off, got in front of him. So I was up in 7th place now. Just trying to chase after the driver in front, the drivers in front. This was 6th and 5th in front of us. These guys are very, very quick pack. I just skipped a bit forward here, just chased after the drivers. Made a mistake through there. The car didn't turn in when I wanted it to, and it just understeered quite a bit. At this point, I've got Jace Curtis on my tail, and pulls up on the inside of myself. Nothing I could do. Couldn't defend. I couldn't push him. Nothing I could do at all. So he got past me there fair and square, and I was just chasing after just to get back at him. Got a very bad exit through there, which is good. I had a perfect exit. We wanted to hit the apex at that point, and just flat caught his tail and just stayed on him the whole way around. Into turn 3.5, same thing, just stayed on him. Tried to get as best of an exit as I could. This is very important down here. We got a great exit, and got his toe, which was very good. Just flat strap through here. Everybody try to avoid, you're on your own, try to avoid the bump, not when you chase somebody. Very, very quick, your hands shaking, car's just shaking left and right. And then went up, but I pushed him out wide. Pushed him out, he got a bit loose, lost a bit of speed. I went right up the inside, I braked him, up into 3rd and just flattened it on the way out. Now I was just catching up to the 2 guys in front. 4th place there spun, so now it was 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, and 8th as well, fighting. It's very determined to try to make up time. These guys in front, very, very quick on the weekend. Now, our setup was not perfect. We tried as best as we could, but it wasn't perfect. Yeah, just chasing the guys in front. Guy from the yellow car, he's Brendan. He's got a very, very strong motor, top end, so you can see down the straight here, just Even capping on the slipstream is just, I'm not pulling in much at all. Focus along here, you don't want to lose any focus. Just rest of that, just chase. You can see at this point here, the difference when you have a tow and you don't, and you have a strong motor. So the guy home just takes off and you just can't keep up. This is full flat strap. Nothing you can do, it's just flat the whole way through. It just pulls out so much of a distance on you. There's no chance you can keep up. Good thing is, bad links are the back off. You try not to, but sometimes you go just, the wind catches you, you have to. You don't hit the brakes, you just back off. Just trying the best that I can. Caught a bit of slipstream, pulled out on him, and then he just pulled right off on me. See, it was the last lap. See, I went up the inside, cut me off. It was a bold move, but you still try it anyway. It's the best thing about it, you try as hard as you can. So we go to overlapping a 1200 driver. It's brakes, the last lap you do or die at this point. Go for every gap you can. Still holding it flat, just chasing after the driver in front. At this point I've got 2 more drivers on my ass the whole way. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, very, very, very close race. You just bit of a gap. Watching the battles in front, which is pretty good. You want to try and get involved. Catching here, last lap, last corner. Very, very. Everyone's all hot right now. Made a bit of a mistake, which is good. Went up the inside of him. Got pushed a bit too wide. Had to back off, put up, and then Curtis caught my slipstream, put out on the right, and I ended up finishing 7th, which